So welcome back to another episode where we are working on this club, as I just chopped this bit of wood in for kindling. I actually love getting out and chopping up wood, but do be careful of your hands. Now again, I'm using a more of a modern axe because it's the best one I got at the moment for this job, and I have actually just gone and sharpened it in my garage on a grinding wheel, so it's razor sharp at the moment. I could improve it by going over with a stone, but I don't think I need to. So in this episode we're going to try to work on the end of the head a little bit more, because in the last episode I was getting out on my wood bench here, my wood horse, but it's still a little bit thick and there's still quite a bit of material I need to bring off. So I'm going to also try not to talk too much and just let you watch some of the process. That's very sharp, that is, that's just what I want. You can tell the difference. And what I'm going to try to do is square it off so that I can eventually get it on my wood horse and with a good draw knife start to get the meat off and get it down in diameter. So go a bit more. And you can tell this is razor sharp, this is biting in lovely. Again, always be careful with your axe. So let's try to take a bit of the end here. But I'm going to move my leg there. I quite like my legs the way they are. I love it when it sings. There's a nice chunk come off it. So I'm trying to get rid of this face and reduce it more in diameter. Is the idea. And reduce the size. I've got some more wood for further projects, and when I run out of wood I'll go and find a bit more. I think this project and what I'm working on is a good representation of my ADHD, because one minute I'm down here, the next minute I'm up here, then I might be down here next. So my brain is very scatty like that. Definitely very soft, that is. I mean, this project may still not work out. We may end up with a very tiny club compared to a club I could use in battle. So it may end up just being a club for working on woodworking, but we'll see. When I'm working up here, I'm being very careful with my hands, so because one slip and I could chop my thumb off. So little tiny blows is often the best approach. That's given me a nice face. You can still see the crack, so I've still got to come down a couple of inches at the end. I can definitely tell this is sharper. This is where I check the camera, make sure I'm recording. Yeah, 7 minutes in, 37 gigabyte left. When you are working on a little project like this, it's important that you feel comfy in your clothes, and it's important that when you're sitting down and you're working on your stump, that you also feel comfy. I think if you've been watching the old series, you'll definitely tell the difference between this being sharp and it being used. After being used for an hour or two, it definitely got blunt, and there was definitely little noggins and cuts where it's got damage from the process. So I'm just going down and putting little cuts in so I can come back for one big cut and take those cuts off. Thusly reducing the weight of what we're working on. So we've got a bit of a flat edge there, we've got a bit of a flat edge here, so let's just carefully take a bit of this off. This is where you could have some, you could hold it and use a little mallet, so you get your axe stuck in, then you get a mallet somehow. This is where you need 3 hands, or a wooden clamp. then when you get to a bit like this, you can try to prise it off with your axe this way. Not always the best approach. And I'm trying not to take too much off the end now. I'm probably going to saw the end off and try to keep it as it is. There's a little bit of cracking, but I don't think it's going to hurt too much. I'll probably reduce the hem by too much. It could be a little bit longer, so I may have to cut into this a little bit more. This bit is definitely softer than some of the main bodies of it. It was harder because of the exposure to the elements. Yeah, it's getting lighter. It's still too heavy to use as a club, but we're getting there. And you can see the grain inside, so it's going to give a very nice pattern when it's finished. So I don't want to go too far down and create a crack. So what I'm doing there, I'm just digging in. So that when I go down the side, it will meet it. Now I can flick it over, go down the other side to the back end, tidy it up. Because you don't want to make it too weak so it breaks when you're using it. So you've got to bear that in mind as well. So that's definitely coming on, that is. We're taking a lot of material off today, which is good. We've still got a lot at this end here to take off. We've got to try to get to the hardwood on this section. and definitely the end needs to be lighter, so more material of the end. So if you are new to woodworking, please do concentrate what you're doing and don't try to make a video on your first attempt, because I want you to have your fingers in complete order and not to hurt yourself or put an axe into your leg. Now, I'm not responsible for your actions. Yeah, so I've had some good progress today. Couldn't say that then. We've still got a lot more to come off yet. I mean, you could certainly use it as it is if it was really strong, but it needs to be rounded off yet, so still more work to be done on it. When you get to the point where your arms are aching, that's when you should have a little rest for a little bit. Go and do something else, have a cup of tea or drink, go and have a bit of water and then go back to it. Because when your arms are aching, that's when you're going to make a mistake and hurt yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the next part of the video, and we can definitely see where we started and where we are now. We have come a long way. I mean, I don't want to take too much more of the diameter down here, so I've got to concentrate on the main body next time and reduce the head more so it's lighter, and then I can get it on with a very sharp draw knife on my wood horse. We can do the next stage. I don't think we're there yet. I know in the previous video I demonstrated it, but you could always see the work I did has already come off with the axe. So yes, leave a comment and make some suggestions of what you'd like to see me make next on camera. Maybe a hat, maybe a spoon, or maybe a little hammer made from some of the wood I've got down here ready to go. Goodbye.